Once again, NASCAR is the scene of a major drama. JGR's Christopher Bell didn't hold back when describing the ultimate sacrifices drivers must sometimes make for their careers. But this time, his statements shed light on Chase Elliot and Alex Bowman's difficulties. So, in his opinion, they're not doing their jobs correctly. Is he correct this time? What about the other Hendrick Motorsports drivers' drama, and why do fans now despise Chase Elliot even more? Join us as we discuss the intriguing dynamics of NASCAR. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. NASCAR has this fantastic tradition where its drivers often spread their wings and dive into various racing adventures outside of the main Cup, Truck, and Xfinity series. Some big names like Tony Stewart, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliot, and Kyle Busch have been living proof of just how versatile and passionate they are about the sport. They're like racetrack chameleons. But let's not forget that the NASCAR world isn't all glitz and glory. It comes with its own set of risks and challenges. Take last year, for instance. Kurt Busch and Alex Bowman found themselves in some pretty nasty accidents that left them dealing with concussions and facing some serious consequences. It's a stark reminder of how unpredictable this sport can be. In the midst of these trials, Joe Gibbs' prodigy stepped up to deliver a crucial message. They wanted everyone to take a step back, reflect on these events, and learn from them. The key takeaway here is to prevent similar mistakes from happening in the future. There is a juicy NASCAR story that's been making waves in the racing world. We've got Christopher Bell throwing some serious shade at Alex Bowman and Chase Elliot for not taking their day jobs as seriously as they should, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Yep, you heard that right. Bell is not holding back. As the 2023 NASCAR season approached, two prominent drivers, Chase Elliot and Alex Bowman, faced some unexpected challenges that would go on to influence the decisions of other racers in the field. Chase Elliot, the fan favorite, found himself sidelined for the first 6 races of the regular season due to a tibia fracture sustained in a snowboarding accident. This setback had a significant impact on his overall performance, and fans eagerly awaited his return. Similarly, Alex Bowman, who had been leading the standings at one point, encountered a stroke of misfortune. While competing in a sprint car race, he suffered a back injury that forced him to take a 3-week hiatus from racing, including missing the prestigious All-Star race. His return to the track saw him plummet to 17th place in the standings, a stark contrast to his earlier dominance. It was during the intense second race of the NASCAR playoffs at Kansas Raceway that Christopher Bell, a driver for Joe Gibbs Racing, found himself in the spotlight. He had qualified on pole and was asked about his decision not to participate in dirt races that year. In response, Bell said, "It's been a change of pace for sure, but I recognize the importance of my day job and how important it is for me to be here week in and week out. We saw it with the 9, Chase Elliot, and 48, Alex Bowman. They're both not in the playoffs because of what they did outside of their day jobs. I'm so fortunate to be in this position driving Coach Joe Gibbs. I understand that this is the priority. Some people are even pointing fingers at Rick Hendrick, the legendary team owner, for being a bit too soft on his drivers when it comes to their commitment to the Cup Series." It's like a NASCAR soap opera out there, folks. So as the dust settles, Joe Gibbs' prodigy is stepping up to make sure everyone learns from these incidents and doesn't repeat those costly mistakes. Bell's comment shed light on how Elliott's journey had disrupted his playoff chances, although pinpointing the exact reason for Elliott's first miss in his 8-year streak with Hendrick Motorsports remained somewhat elusive. It took a veteran's perspective to underline one significant factor. Notably, John Hunter Nemechek, who had also begun his career with Kyle Busch Motorsports before transitioning to Joe Gibbs Racing, appeared to be on the brink of parting ways with his current team. This marked a new chapter for both Nemechek and the Joe Gibbs Racing team, adding an element of intrigue to the unfolding NASCAR season. Chase Elliott's absence from the NASCAR playoffs in that particular season was indeed a complex situation, with several contributing factors. Chase Elliot initially made a remarkable comeback, showcasing a string of consecutive top 10 finishes. However, as the pressure to qualify for the NASCAR playoffs intensified, his momentum started to falter. One pivotal setback occurred at Watkins Glen when a crucial team error led him to running out of fuel and stopping his car in the middle of the bus stop. The combination of these factors, NASCAR playoffs pressure, team mishaps, a suspension, and an earlier injury from a skiing accident, could all have played a role in his missing the playoffs. Kenny Wallace, during his show, might have singled out the skiing accident as the primary factor contributing to Elliott's playoff absence. During Kenny Wallace's show, he said, "What do you think about the race car drivers? They missed 9 weeks, that's 3 months almost." So, as far as Chase Elliot missing the playoffs, I'm going to blame it all on the skiing accident. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button for more updates. Talking about Hendrick Motorsports drivers, there was some serious drama at the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas Speedway. Chase Elliot and Kyle Larson, both from Hendrick Motorsports, found themselves in quite the showdown. The incident made fans dislike Elliott more after not qualifying for the playoffs. But is this the outcome of Elliott being frustrated? How did everything unfold? This happened when Larson was trying to make a swift exit from the pit road late in the race to avoid Brad Keselowski, who was also making his way out of his pit box. Larson ended up accidentally doorbanging his own teammate, Elliott, on the pit road exit. Adding to the chaos, Tyler Reddick is on Elliott's outside, so he's pretty much stuck and can't avoid Larson's unexpected pit road antics. And what's Elliott's response to this fender bender on the pit road? Well, he goes all fast and the furious and runs into the side of Larson's car on the track's curb. It's like a NASCAR version of a heated street race. But the drama doesn't end there. Larson manages to salvage a 4th place finish, while Elliott settles for 6th. Post-race, Larson's got his say. I thought the safest bet for all of us was for me to squeeze out a little bit. I hope when he sees the replay he understands I didn't have any space, or not much. Now, as the race unfolded with less than 10 laps to go, it looked like Larson might have to settle for 6th place. Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick were pulling ahead of the pack, but Larson ain't one to give up easily. He gets back into the race following that intense pit road showdown that left Elliott infuriated. Why did all this happen? Well, thanks to a caution for Chris Buescher, which forced some split-second decisions on the pit road. And as for the fans, they're all over the place with their reactions. Some are pointing fingers at Larson, saying he's to blame, while others aren't exactly thrilled with Elliott's fiery response. It's a classic case of NASCAR fans being divided on who's in the wrong. But one thing's for sure, it's moments like these that keep the NASCAR world buzzing with excitement. Talking about the winner, what a thrilling win for Tyler Reddick. Not only did he secure his 2nd victory of the season and the 5th of his career, but it also holds special significance. This win propels him out of the round of 16 in the playoffs for the very first time. The real nail-biter is yet to come though. The pressure's on because the cutoff for the top 12 to advance is just around the corner, happening next weekend at Bristol. It's going to be a do-or-die moment for many drivers as they battle to secure their spot in the next playoff round. But who are the ones who were not in the playoffs? Martin Truex Jr. almost lost his safety net of playoff points when a crash on lap 4 put the number 19 Joe Gibbs Racing driver in last place out of the 36 cars in the race. Truex could be the first out of the race at Bristol because he had to leave early and came in 23rd in the first playoff race at Darlington. Bubba Wallace, the 2311 racing driver, is still below the provisional elimination line, and his scores dropped even more after he finished 32nd at Kansas, which is 4 laps behind the leader. Wallace's early speed at Kansas, where he won his 2nd Cup Series race last year, didn't show in the result. Sunday, he finished a solid 2nd in Stage 1, and he was running in that place when he hit the outside retaining wall. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.